Hello and welcome to tonight's production of Hit the Bricks Episode 7. To see artwork for tonight's programming, follow us at Hit the Bricks Pod on Twitter and Instagram. Our show is intended for all ages, but may portray scenes that are rather intense for some audience members. You can find a full list of content warnings as well as transcripts at hitthebricks.com. Stick around for Curtain Call, where we will present a preview of a secondary production, the queer comedy podcast hosted by both Ghoul and Ghost, Less is Morgue. Now, we last left our heroes blasting away on a rocket train to the moon.
Jesse, are you alright?
Oh, yes. I had a weird dream. I think.
Well, wake up. We're here. The train docked into a dome station. I'm guessing it's probably safe to get out.
The hangar's opening. Oh, look at that!
Whoa.
Clocks and gears and machines. As far as the eye can see, a steampunk city.
It is very impressive. Listen, we don't really know what Mr. Tinker's gonna be like, so let's all just be on our best, least intrusive, and most polite behavior.
Why are you looking at me? What? I assumed you'd be happy if I just didn't say anything?
Look, gravity's all weird here. It's like a trampoline.
This makes me miss the Emerald City.
I can't believe how big this place is. Why would he need a whole city if he's here by himself?
Because he's not. See? Clockwork locals.
Oh, hello? Hi. Excuse me, can you tell us where to find Mr. Huh. That's funny. They don't seem to be responsive.
They're all on tracks. Like the little goat herd that came out of Grandpa's old clock.
This figure doesn't have a track or any gears at all. Looks like some kind of monument.
In loving memory of Mr. Smith. Maybe he was a friend of Mr. Tinker's.
This place is so confusing. Where do we even start? Oh, here's something. The Tinker Tunes? This platform's got a wind-up key, like a music box.
Maybe it'll tell us more about where to find Mr. Tinker.
Might as well try it. Worst case scenario, we get sucked into space. Or worse, it'll sing to us.
Oh, a little robot band.
Ironically, with no brass instruments.
Shh, listen.
I stirred in the afterlife. light ebbed out, I saw that broken bowl. My heart did croon for the midnight moon. Bad men have come so fast, should've waited up, stopped in myself. Where a brilliant sphere once hung so high, they replaced our image with a 10-watt moon. We woke up, it was very, very late. He was gone so soon, he was gone too soon. Had we known this would be his fate, we wouldn't have sold our tune to the 10-watt moon.
Well, that's unhelpful.
Time to split up. Meet back here in a minute.
Roger that.
The artist craft from nocturnal thread, semblance of our familiar friend. The photographers have done us right, sold us cheaper prints of our former life. The wisest advised us to persist. The 10-watt moon will help our eye. I can't see a thing in the dark. I suppose that's why I'm not wise. Woke up, it was very, very late. He was gone so soon, he was gone too soon. Had we known this would be his fate, we wouldn't have sold our tune to the 10-watt moon. The 10-watt moon, the 10-watt moon.
Did you guys find anything?
Nope.
Nada. Just a bunch of clock faces. Man, do you think it's possible that he left?
I don't know what this man's capable of. I mean, I thought I was a loner, but I never dreamt of blasting myself off to the moon.
Hey, what's going on up there?
Something's coming in from that window-looking hatch. I bet they hide the windows and airlocks by putting them inside of craters.
It's a person, but is it another clockwork person?
Well, they're not on a track and they're wearing an air helmet, so I'm guessing they're a meat person.
With rocket shoes. They see us. Remember? Everyone, be cool. Excuse me? We're looking for Mr. Tinker?
Oh, wow, you're, and you, and a third, oh, wow, you're here, and, oh, wow.
Hi.
Oh, hi. This is something else I've never imagined. Well, I mean, of course I imagined, but I never dreamed that I would get the chance to, well, it was a dream of mine, but now it's real. Oh, wow.
It is getting very hard for me to keep my not talking promise.
Oh, gosh, I am so sorry. I've never met 3 humans before, or any humans. Well, I mean my father, but outside of that, though, I guess I met my other father, but I don't remember that.
Hey, it's okay. Breathe.
Right. I'm Jacoby Smith Tinker. I'm Mr. Tinker's son.
What? No one said anything about Tinker having a son.
Well, he doesn't let people know. He's very protective.
Wait, Jacoby Smith Tinker? Smith, like the guy with the statue over there?
Yeah, that's my other dad. Papa Smith and Father Tinker were partners. Smith was an incredible artist and designed everything my other father built. They created a lot of amazing things. Shortly after I was born, Papa Smith painted a picture of the ocean that was so vivid that he fell into the painting and drowned.
Oh. Oh, goodness. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it was a long, long time ago. Shortly after that, Father Tinker was fixing one of his inventions, and I lost my arm in an accident with it, and he decided to leave Ev. He climbed a ladder to the moon and pulled it back up behind him, and we've been here ever since.
Then that would explain why your father is overprotective.
Not to mention why you have a clockwork arm.
Lurleen.
Oh, that's all right. I'm not really sensitive about it at all. It happened when I was a baby, so I've pretty much always been this way.
A clockwork prosthesis? Your father's work is just incredible.
I know! I'm very proud of him. So, back to my original excitement, who are you? How did you get here? Where are you from? How can I help you?
Oh, goodness. How do you do? It's so nice.
Let's speed this up, please. I'm Lurleen, this is Jesse, and Wallace. We came here on a rocket train from Oz to look for your father. One of his inventions may be able to help us, but it's broken, and only he can fix it.
Oh, well, okay. Okay. That's... I suppose we can speak to him, but... yeah, I think we can make that happen. All right.
Is there a problem?
Your father is here, isn't he?
Oh, of course. He doesn't exactly go anywhere. Not outside of the moon, anyway.
What were you doing out in space, Jacoby?
Well, I collect space junk. Some of my father's inventions require things like precious metals or shooting stars. I go out and grab them for him.
Your dad's overprotective, but he'll just let you fly out in space on your own?
As long as I've got my rocket shoes and air helmet, there's no real danger. Father says that being in a vast, cold nothing of space is still safer than being on Earth with other people.
Where is your father now?
He's in his workshop in the tower. That's where we live, and he never leaves. He doesn't like talking to other people and really doesn't want me around whenever we get visitors. I'm usually sent away on the rare occasion someone from the down below comes up here. But he'll be willing to talk with you if it's about one of his inventions. Which one needs help?
TikTok. I guess his wind-up key is missing?
TikTok? Oh dear. That's what he... But he... Well... I guess... Well... Okay. We'll figure it out.
Hey, it's okay.
It's nothing. It's just... You're not the first person to ask about TikTok. We got a visitor a while ago asking about him, but I couldn't see the person because Father sent me to my room. Let's go see what Father knows. My father doesn't leave his workshop until dinner. He's often distracted with his tinkering, but that's when we talk. Or at least, it's when we're most likely to talk.
So we'll just wait for dinner time, I guess. Can't we speed up the clock or fake the time or something?
I am somewhat hungry. And when I get hungry, I get grumpy. Can you imagine what I'm like when I'm grumpy?
Jacoby, please tell me you can speed up that clock.
Nope, but time is an illusion anyway. Sit down. We can wait patiently. Would you like some water or a snack while we wait?
That would be great. Thanks, Jacoby.
Great. I'll just put that request in.
What in the moon is that?
Wow. They're equal in your size and synchronized in movement. You've achieved perfect parity.
You mean parody.
Actually, it's a pair of me. Father made a bunch of clockwork versions of me, so whenever I need arm repairs, these are available to pull from, and then they regenerate their limbs with magic.
That's... Well, I'm sure there's something ethically gray about that somewhere. Man, the clock hands haven't moved much at all since we got here.
That's because you're wanting time to go faster. Whenever anyone is waiting for something, time drags on slower. Like I said, time is an illusion.
Okay, but what about the relationship between here and Earth? With Oz? And what if I wanted to go to the non-magic world from here? Could I?
Nope. Without fairy magic, you'd burn up in the atmosphere the second you got out of the radius of the magic lands.
So, if time is slowing to a crawl because I'm desperate to hurry up and get home, is that why time isn't really passing back home?
Makes as much sense as anything else.
Which means nothing.
Anyway, the various me's have brought some water and an appetizer before dinner.
Oh, how interesting.
It looks like paste. It tastes like paste.
Jacoby, what is this?
Paste. It's all minerals.
Well, what's for the main course?
Warm paste. What is that delicious smell?
It's just lavender oil I use on my hands. It prevents me from getting witchy.
Not a lot left lately, huh?
Don't eat it, though. The stuff smells better than it tastes.
Oh, I see.
I might have some more crackers in my bag. Jacoby, would you like a peanut butter cracker or maybe a cheese one?
Oh, why, thank you. Oh my, this is like tasting in multiple dimensions. Oh,
We have some more food if you'd like some.
does all Earth food taste so delicious?
Sometimes.
No.
I hope Father is hungry.
Of course, they'll be blaming me for that too, but I warned them that it only had 1,000-year warranty. By that point, they'll be lucky if there even is an Earth, of course, but...
Good evening, Father. How are you today?
Yes, boy, good. You finish your minerals. I still have to oil that joint, but we're all out of elbow grease. I suppose toe jam could work in a jam, but it's bound to get sticky.
Excuse me? Mr. Tinker?
What? What? Wait, what? Intruders? How did you get here?
The Good Witch of the North sent us.
Prove it.
We have our kisses on our foreheads. See? They sparkle a little bit.
So does my sink when I spit in it. That doesn't mean anything.
Father!
Look me in the eyes, Mr. Tinker. I am not a liar, and we don't have a lot of time on our hands. Oz is in trouble. Well, not just Oz. The entire Nanestic continent is in trouble. Deserts are flooding, people are missing, entire communities are being destroyed. I thought that after your home country of Ev was destroyed by a tidal wave, you'd have more sympathy.
Ev has been destroyed?
You didn't know.
Oh, Jacoby, I am so sorry. I didn't know that you didn't know.
I had hoped that we'd get to go back someday. Just to visit, at least. Father, did you know anything about this? Why didn't you say anything?
I fail to see how it's any of our concern.
Ev was our homeland. Father, we could have done something. I mean, the moon controls the tide, so we could have...
Oh, there will be no more discussion of any...
Stop it! I need to get home, and you are the only lead I have. Dorothy Gale has gone missing, and your invention
TikTok.
TikTok is the last person to see her, and his wind-up key is missing. You are the only one that can help.
Whenever I help someone, it backfires. I thought I was helping when the Emperor of Oz came here to visit, begging me to fix TikTok, just as you are now. I gave him my master key, and he said he'd be right back, and then he never returned, and still has my key.
Wait, what?
I have nothing further to say. Jacoby, escort these Ozites out of our home and back to the rocket ladder.
But Father, your master key.
Jacoby.
Yes, Father. Jesse, Wallace, Lurleen, follow me, please. Here you go. This will take you straight back down to Oz.
Are you alright? You've been quiet ever since we left your place.
It's just what Father said about Emperor Chopper visiting us.
Oh yeah. What was that all about? Who's this emperor?
Emperor Nick Chopper is the kindest man in Oz. He ruled over the western lands, and he was leading one of the search parties looking for Dorothy, but...
Let me guess. He went missing too.
Yep. Emperor Chopper must have come up here looking for a way to wind up TikTok just like we did.
Yes, well, he certainly found it. He has my father's master key. The master key can wind up any of Father Tinker's inventions.
TikTok's stored somewhere in the Emerald City. He'd be pretty easy for Emperor Chopper to get to. But he never came back, right? He must have disappeared right after leaving the moon.
Sounds like we have a new lead.
Maybe. Let's hope it pans out somehow. Thanks for your help, Jacoby. Jacoby?
Oh, sorry. It's just that
Spit it out, Smith Tinker.
the master key is very, very important. You see, when Papa Smith died, my father's heart broke.
Oh, well, of course. That's understandable.
Yes, but his actual heart literally broke. Father created a clockwork heart in its place. He calls it his ticker. Being clockwork, it occasionally needs to be wound. The problem is that his master key is the only key that winds it.
So if your dad's heart winds down, and he doesn't have the key to wind it...
Yes. Jesse, I know you guys have a lot going on, but my father's all I have. He's a good man, and he's clearly very scared.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but why don't you come with us? We could use someone who knows what the key looks like, and it won't take long to fix TikTok, so you can come straight back.
Oh, please come with us. We could use the company.
I really can't.
What? Why not? We've got room for another.
I wouldn't know the first thing about being down there, and I just get in the way, and you've got so much to do. Besides, Father would never allow it, and I don't want to leave him.
We understand, Jacoby.
I promise. As soon as we find that key and fix TikTok, we'll get it right back to you guys.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, everyone.
I guess this is goodbye, then.
Please take care.
Bye.
Safe journeys, friends. Buckle up. 3, 2, 1. Father, what am I gonna do? Father, can I come in for a moment?
Yes, come. Make it quick.
Why didn't you tell me about the master key being missing?
Why bother? I didn't see it serving any kind of purpose. Besides, that's what I'm working on now. A new key. But I can't quite seem to get it right.
Well, it's just that I worry about you, and I do have a right to know. After all, what if you ran down right now? I wouldn't know what happened, and I'd be...
What difference would it make, Jacoby?
I just mean that if I'd been allowed to go to Earth, maybe I could have been able to...
Absurd. You're just a little boy.
I'm over 100 years old, Father. I'm not a child.
You've lived on the moon most of your life.
Exactly. And now Ev is gone. Now I'll never be able to see where I was born, or where you and Papa Smith fell in love, or
where he died. Or where you lost your arm. Or where the King of Ev jumped off a cliff after locking TikTok in a cave.
Father, please!
The world is too dangerous and dark of a place for you, Jacoby.
But I...
Enough, Jacoby. They'd eat you alive down there. You wouldn't last. The clock ticked down there. You're too naive, too quick to trust, too infantile.
Well, if I am, who's to blame?
What did you just say to me?
If I am any, or all of those things, who is to blame, Father? And when you're gone, what am I to do when you wind down?
Jacoby.
Am I to stay up here and rot in a city full of tinker toys that will break and have no one here to fix them? Do you want me to be alone with an army of clockwork me's?
Go to your room. Don't you dare leave it. Now.
What happens when the ticking stops and all the clocks have no one to tell time? Time's relative, it can't exist without someone to mind. And I mind. We're running out of time for you and me. I can't make you see. We must move. We're running out of time. I keep thinking there has to be something we can do. If I could fly, strap on my rocket shoes and fly high, far away from you, you'd still be here, letting yourself run down. Would you even let me help you if I could? I used to dream of flying free without a care. I thought it was me that kept me here, but it's your fear. So many things I want to see, you deem too wild. You'll always treat me like a child. We're running out of time for you and me. I can't make you see. We must move. We're running out of time. I keep thinking I'm so close to breaking free
from you, but still I stay. I don't know any other way. What happens when your ticker stops? A broken clock with nothing to rewind, and me helpless to ever fix the damages of time. I mind.
Master Jacoby, how may I help?
Clockwork me. If only I could make him understand.
Master, shall I turn down your bed?
Huh? Oh. Yeah, I suppose so. Actually, Clockwork me, there may be something else you can do for me.
Yes, sir.
How convincing is your fake snoring?
Your Highness? What are you doing out here? The attack is in just a few hours. You should be sleeping.
I have always been a creature of the night. There's something comforting about the dark, the way everything vanishes but the most beautiful things. The fireflies, the stars, the Emerald Palace. The view from this overlook is unbeatable.
Soon, it will be yours, mistress.
Tell me, what do you know of the history of the palace?
Oh, it's been the home of the royal family of Oz since their line began. They say the first generation of the Oz family were humble farmers, with a small home at the center of the country. The legend says that they took the great fairy Lurleen into their house one night, as she was disguised as a beggar, and Lurleen remembered their kindness and turned them into royals when she enchanted this land into a magical country.
Mombi, do you know why I chose you to become the Witch of the North?
To be honest, Your Grace, I do not. I have often wondered why. I am not as powerful as you or your sisters, certainly not so beautiful or wise.
Long ago, long ago, my sisters and I weren't so powerful. But we all had our talents and strengths. I was known for my beauty, and I resented it. I was not formidable or wise or young. I was just the lovely one, and no one ever expected me to behave otherwise, and once I stepped outside that role, I wasn't taken seriously. One day, a storm struck, and we found ourselves here in Oz. In those days, the enchantment over Oz was brand new, and the world was still adjusting. We wandered across the land for a long time, trying to find our way back home.
So, how did you become a witch?
This is something I've never shared with anyone. My sisters don't even know. It was on a night just like this. A long time ago, it seemed. I was alone in the forest while my sisters slept. We were but a day's journey from the borderlands, and at that time, there was no desert.
How can that be?
Oh, it didn't exist at the time. Well, that night, while my sisters slept, a woman came to me in the woods, tattered in robes but strong in her presence. She spoke as if she could read what was inside of me. Every word was like a woven spell.
Was it Lurleen?
I cannot be sure. She told me many things in a short time. She warned me of a great storm that would come that night and would cut off Oz from the rest of the world, and that the royal family would need to be guided and molded by someone with true power. She said she wanted to find someone to pass her magic on to while she was forced to be away. She said she trusted me because my beauty was the most powerful thing of all. My beauty meant I could be forceful and adored at the same time. Well, I said I didn't know how to be adored. She took my hand and said it was time. I told her I wanted my sisters taken care of too. The next morning, we all woke up and wandered into the desert that had just sprung up. It became evident right there that what she said was true, and our powers became evident just after that. It was the first time in my life that someone believed in me. I was given this power to rule, and when I had the chance to sit on the throne, it was taken away from me. And I will have it back.
Of course, mistress. If that woman was the fairy Lurleen, then you have more of a right to that throne than anyone. But what does that have to do with me?
That woman told me that the royal family was protected by a charm, the likes of which would keep them safe and affect the well-being of Oz so long as they ruled with wisdom, love, and courage. But therein lies the failsafe. If whoever sits on the throne is unworthy, the spell is weakened and it can be broken in opposition from all four corners of the map. That is our purpose, a witch for every cardinal direction. We will march on the king, and then we'll be able to take the throne and reshape Oz to our liking. Before you joined us, we were able to lure Queen Ozma the Righteous and her son Prince Oz out of the palace and strike them down. But we forgot Ozma had a younger son. He won't stand a chance. It's true, you are not as strong as we are, but your powers in shapeshifting go unmatched. And you want this. I see the same look on your face that I had when the hooded woman believed in me. Pastoria's claim to the throne is weak, and you can get us one step closer. I believe it.
Your Highness, I don't know what to say.
Stop calling me that. From now on, you are my sister.
Thank you, Sissy.
This episode starred Michelle Agresti, PJ Scott Blankenship, Kaylee Hamilton Morera, Jordan Higgs, Morgan Givens, Emma Scherzarko, and Q Dyer. It was written and directed by PJ Scott Blankenship, executive produced and sound design by Chad Ellis, music by Catherine Haas, AP Harbor, Jeff Ball, and Tryhart, recording engineering by Brandon Grugel and Chad Ellis, story editing by T.H. Ponders, transcripts by Aaron M. Speckley, art by Chandler Candela, audio consulting and cleanup by Sage GC and Travis Reeves, magic consulting by Jordan Burress. Special thanks to Davis Walden and Multitude. And now for a preview of Less's Morgue, where a ghost haunting a ghoul attempt to make a podcast and work their way through the strange cryptid guests of Florida.
Is it on?
I don't know. Technology has changed too much since... Oh. Hi, I'm Evelyn.
And I'm Riley. In case you haven't noticed, Ev's dead.
They probably noticed.
I'm just making sure.
Riley here is a ghoul. That means they eat dead people.
Did you have to lead with that?
It's interesting.
Point is, we're making a new podcast.
Yes, less is more.
Ev, we were supposed to say it together. Whatever, too late now.
Sorry, it's just so exciting.
If you're interested in monsters,
interesting people,
existential horror,
slumber parties,
dead celebrities,
educational content,
summoning spirits,
demons,
and delivery boys, then this may be the podcast for you.
Less is More, a new comedy podcast dropping Valentine's Day.
Mom, we're trying to record.
Should we redo it?
No, it'll be fine.
Subscribe now to Less is Morgue on the podcatcher of your choosing for over 20 episodes of hilarity.